Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is James, back with another episode of my best class setup series for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Today we're going to be taking a look and hopping on board with myself using the Chicom CQB, the Chicken, the close quarters combat, that one burst fire submachine gun. That's what we're going to be looking at today. The Chicom is actually the only burst fire submachine gun in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It makes it pretty unique, and it's also seems to be a lot like the FMG9 for Modern Warfare 3 besides the burst fire thing. Now when using the select fire on the Chicom, it does become fully automatic for those wondering, but it's not really too much of a benefit. The recoil is really uncontrollable, and even with the grip, it's out of the world. No really point in using it. It also decreases the damage and range on the gun, so I definitely would not recommend using the select fire on the Chicom. But overall, the Chicom's a pretty good gun, and it does have CQB in its name, which stands for close quarters combat. Definitely the Chicom does seem to strive up close. It is not in a long range gun, but since it is burst fire, can work well at a range since it already has the burst fire feature on the weapon. I found the Chicom worked best on smaller maps such as Nuketown, and can be great for defending headquarters objectives like that in a close quarters scenario. Now the Chicom is one of the only submachine guns I would never use with a silencer. I tried using it and it's definitely not worth it. I don't like it. It definitely it definitely takes a big toll on the damage and range, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels really underpowered. So if you do, if you rock the silencer on the Chicom, more power to you. I personally don't like it all that much. But today we're going to be hopping on right now to the best class with the gun. Now, a really good class for the Chicom CQB is the fast mag, adjustable stock, and long barrel on the primary. Like I said earlier, this gun is not too good with the silencer on it, and running the stock when there's going to be close quarters combat, close quarters gunfight. I said this so many times, you can easily win your gunfights by strafing. Now, since I did not put a secondary on this class, I wanted to put on fast mag for a quicker reload so you wouldn't have a need to swap to your secondary. Now, since the Chicom is already burst fire, and that's pretty much the biggest tip for trying to get a long range kill with the submachine gun is to burst fire the weapon, I wanted to put something on that supported the burst fire and also gave the Chicom a longer range to make it more of a medium to short range gun as opposed to only a close quarters combat weapon. That's why I put on the long barrel, and I could definitely notice a difference. I was easily getting 1 and 2 burst kills at a longer range as opposed to having to shoot multiple shots into the enemy. Now, Nuketown is an amazing map to use a lot of submachine guns on, but the Chicom does strive. It has such a fast rate of fire in that burst that the burst fire is definitely key, and it can make the Chicom dominant on Nuketown 2025. Now, using that 3 attachments does require the primary gunfighter wildcard, which does end up using 5 slots in our created class total of 10 slot system. So we're gonna have for perk 1, I'm gonna be using flak jacket since this is a pretty tough and objective class, definitely a run and gun, but not a stealthy class. I find toughness is key with this gun, especially with the burst fire. It just seems to work out a lot better. And once again, tactical mask. Now, since the Chicom is such an aggressive class, I often found myself throwing C4 a lot with it. The C4 is truly one of the best lethals, especially for the Chicom. You can be really aggressive with it, start throwing C4 sandwiches around, and it could definitely help clearing out objectives. Finally, I put in the tactical EMP grenade on the Chicom, having this glue all together to make such a great and strong objective class when playing with the Chicom. So overall, this is a pretty good class. If you found something that worked better for you, maybe an attachment or a perk that you think I thought I left out, make sure to leave it down in the description. I love to see what you guys are liking to use on this gun. Just my personal preference. Also, if you want to see a different gun, make sure to leave that down in the description too. Now, a quick little note, I do apologize for not posting too many videos lately. I've been really busy with school, and I have a giant announcement to make that I'll be doing on my 20,000 subscriber video. I'm getting really close. Thank you everyone so much for the support. 2 recent videos you should definitely check out. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll be giving away some camo codes for the new camos coming out. Hope everyone has a great day. That's